session to order. Where's my clock?
It's dead.
6:13.
At 6:13, thank you. First item on the agenda is the Pledge of Allegiance. Rob, will you lead us in that?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Next item is the acceptance of the non-public and public meeting minutes of April 20th, 2023.
Make a motion to accept the non-public minutes from April 20th, 2023.
Is there a second?
Second.
We're all stripped.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed?
No.
Abstentions? Thank you.
I would make a motion to seal the minutes of the non-public session indefinitely from today, from May 4th.
Second.
Okay, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? One abstention, that's 401. Consent agenda.
I would make a motion to approve the consent agenda for May 4th, 2023. Accounts payable payment manifest dated 4/27/23. Accounts payable payment manifest dated 5/4/23. Payroll payment manifest dated 4/27/23. Appointment of David Shirley to the planning board for a one-year term. Resignation of Kate Overton from the cemetery trustees. Resignation of John Bianchi from the Capital Improvements Program Committee. Resignation of John Miller from Zoning Board Alternate. Resignation of Denise DeStefano from Planning Board. Appointment of John Miller as Planning Board member for a 3-year term. Tax collector's deed for map lot 103-051 Old Paper Road. 5-year review and removal of credit or exemption for map lot 115-037, map lot 106-021, map lot 217-111, map lot 219-028. 5-year review and approval for credit exemption for map lot 103-021, veterans credit 500 and elderly exemption 45,000. Certificate of yield taxes and warrant for intent 22-05905T in the amount of $2,925.26.
I'll second that.
Okay, thank you. Any item on that anybody would like to talk about separately?
Can I just ask a question?
Yep.
Do we read the resignations into record or just?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Fine, we're not doing that.
Good, thank you.
Okay, all those in favor of the consent agenda, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed? Abstentions? That is 5-0.
Welcome back, Jeff.
We're water sewage job. I should just not put this on here. They're not done. They're not ready for you again when you get to that one.
Okay. Isn't that like what we have tonight?
No, you have, next thing is rates and fees.
Rates and fees, yep.
Is what?
We talked about this, right? We talked about rates increasing.
Oh, no, I just didn't understand what you said, that's all. Got it.
And,
Rates and fees, is what you
Yeah.
said. Okay.
and you need approval by the board.
Yeah. And there's no public here to ask questions, so,
Yeah.
but,
So, Jeff, can you give us a breakdown of where we're at, where we're going to?
Yeah.
which one do you want me on?
You could start right at the fee schedule with the water fee schedule. I can't really see it, but I can give you the gist of it. That's, it's kind of, these increases are driven by material cost on the tap-in fees and the meter setup. So that's caught up. I don't know if you have the increase amount in the notes, but
No.
it does vary, but that's mainly, I say, just driven by material cost. We are proposing a 3% increase on water and sewer rates. That's shown down at the bottom of that, quarterly rates on the water, and on the sewer tab, there's one on the bottom of that sheet. And then there's a summary of that, those increases shown right there. again, that's the 3%. Water rate increase is, there's only one water rate. Sewer, there is a residential, a commercial, and an industrial rate, and that shows the increments that it has increased by. So I think sewer residential, 19 cents per 100 cubic feet, or 19 cents per 750 gallons treated. That's how much it's gone up.
That's the rate, I got it, that's the rate summary, got it, you were.
At the top of that rate summary shows the state average. Bristol still falls well below the state average. That average, just today got an email where we'll be updating that. That information is from 2021. They do it every 2 years. Questions on it?
Nope. Any?
Water's a pretty darn good deal in this town.
It really is.
Very good water. We're lucky.
So we need a motion to approve.
Any changes from what we're looking at right now to what we looked at 2 weeks ago?
No.
Okay.
The only thing I did do is the rates on the first two sheets, not that, the numbers are still what I proposed, but they're just shown on the sheet.
Yeah, okay.
Wasn't sure.
Yeah, I think that what you saw 2 weeks ago showed what the rates were with a comment in the
Yeah.
corner.
Yep,
Right.
right. The spreadsheet itself.
Yeah.
Okay.
These will, the customers will see this in the next billing cycle, which is July, I guess it'll be the next one, so July 1st, and then seasonal customers would see it in the middle of July.
So when you are ready to motion, you would have to make it effective April 1st.
Yep.
So,
Okay.
Okay.
Make a motion to approve the 2023 water and sewer rates effective April 1, 2023, as proposed by Jeff.
Second.
All right, any further discussion on the 2023 water and sewer rates? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed, abstentions, that is 5-0. Thank you.
Pretty cut and dry.
good.
That was easy.
I have a side question,
What?
follow up. North Main Street, where we tied in, did you ever ask?
Oh, yeah, that, yeah. I made a note
It's
of
getting
that
worse.
because that person applied for a building permit. And I thought that they should fix that patch and be made to before they do any more work.
Apply for an additional
I can't remember what the permit was for.
I have to.
But yeah, it is getting worse.
Yeah.
It's getting worse.
bad.
If you need the extra water, I have plenty in my basement, by the way.
Actually, I think that's the one I think Mark was talking about, that they applied for a driveway permit, and it's someone who doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah.
I set that up.
That might be below, no, that might be further up. They made a mess of that.
So this
With
is
those
the-
two, yeah.
Do you know you can get me the address?
It was recently subdivided and a new house was built on it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I know who it is, got it. They did a land use permit last year.
Right.
But they didn't need a driveway permit, but when they tie in, they should be fixing things.
They didn't
That's what it
they
was.
didn't
They want to build
compact
a
it.
garage. I think they want to build a garage.
Alright,
Is it something we need to have fixed before other work gets finally finished?
Well, it
Something
needs
on
to
the
be-
road that we need to fix before we wait for another project to take place? Is that what I'm hearing?
It's where they tap for the water line. It's their responsibility to repave it. And the pavement has settled over the course of the winter. So-
Right, but are you saying that they may not do that because they have more work to do? Or am I?
No, I'm just saying that they should include, land use should include that before they do it. I don't know if they have the
Can they?
ability to do so, but I think it should be pointed out to them.
I was gonna ask you, do you have stipulations in water and sewer that requires that they fix the road?
It just says that they're responsible for a year
Okay.
period of time.
that this is one of the issues we talked about, the opening up a road, there
Yeah.
should be some permit for it or something, because there's not much from Mark's side. I will double check. I will see what I can find, but
Has Mark looked at it?
I think I confused the two, so I don't think Mark's looked at it.
Oh,
I'm
I'll ask.
pretty sure he's felt it.
Yeah, there was a grumpy guy at One Bennett Drive that was gonna be calling today too.
So there's new Porsche water.
Okay,
I'm good.
that's it. Thank you, Jeff.
Thanks, Jeff.
Thank you,
Thanks,
guys.
Jeff.
Thank
We'll
you.
see ya.
Have a good night, Jeff.
You too.
TA report.
Obviously we did the groundbreaking, the first thing on the groundbreaking ceremony.
Yes.
Was yesterday. We had,
Sorry I missed it.
if you haven't seen,
The video?
there's actually two videos. I will share the WMUR one.
Oh,
nice.
nice, I didn't see that one.
Yeah, I'm not gonna hide this. Can we cut it right here? But, Kate did this. I think he did a
Those are
nice
great
job.
pictures.
Yeah. And then there's a video, also the video, but, so you can watch it if you want, but. I will share the WMUR link. Bruce Dorner shared it with me today, and we were on we were on last night, or, briefly, about the public safety building.
I saw a blurb, but I didn't see, is it a video?
Yep.
Successful engagement.
So I'll email you the link.
Nice.
Bruce is very good at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bruce did a good job.
We put him on,
Yeah.
we selected him to be the representative, but then when WMUR was there, we're like, I'm not doing it, Tank, you're it.
Yeah.
No, actually, he's very good at it, so. But that's on the website. Kate did a really nice job there. We also we are updating the public safety building page as things are added to. I have a few more pictures to add, but we need to change this picture out. That one's awful. Alrighty then.
Okay, that.
It's a first I heard.
I didn't see it until now, but, well, I saw it the first one, but,
I said, following up on that, may I?
what, yeah.
So I stopped in to watch them digging out the wetland yesterday, just so we had done it. And the workman from Morrison said, oh, we found a couple of old, I'm gonna say Chevron or Citgo signs, porcelain covered metal signs,
No,
buried up there somewhere. I don't know who ended up with those.
yeah.
Someone's Americana collection.
That's
but-
cool.
Yeah.
Those were all.
Yeah, up towards the apartment house in the back. And he said when they dug there last year for a water line, there was like an old foundation and all kinds of fill. And he said it's kind of
Oh, sure.
a
Yeah.
mess up there, so. But the water was running pretty good, but they got a lot of black dirt out of there. But about 4 feet down, without walking on it, it's either really hard pan or clay.
Yeah.
You can see it, and
Yeah.
that's why the
So
water.
that's why it holds the water there, yeah.
So it looks like they're doing okay so far, but I'm gonna keep sticking my nose in there, because
Good.
that's a huge, important piece,
Yep,
that they drain that right
right.
for the building, obviously.
So there's a couple of things to add to it, the groundbreaking public safety. The driveway permits haven't been issued yet, and they're asking some questions. They want to shorten the width of the entry. They have questions about the drainage, and they want, questions about the drainage, shorten the width of the entry. Want to know if we're holding events there.
Who's this?
As the
State,
New Hampshire
who are they?
DOT, the state Department of Transportation.
It's their road.
There, and we have to update some flow rates because they have concerns about the drainage going into the stormwater runoff drains. So Mike McNally's working on that for Gruen, but, we also met and talked about the clerk of the works idea. And we don't have a final resolution on that yet, and we hope to have that in the next couple of weeks before the next meeting.
Okay.
Did I miss anything, Rob?
I don't think so, no.
Yeah.
Looks like they were starting to deliver some of the
Yeah, the ICF.
ICF the
Yeah,
other
it's
day.
half
Yeah.
of it. I was talking to Zach about it. Zach's the girl.
Yeah. Good.
The Bristol Baptist Church, I have an appointment on Monday. I also included, I'll just leave the email in your packets, I think
Yep.
I included it, because there's some, questions with that new law, how things can be affected, so. But I will know more after Monday, what they're looking for, so. Employee updates, in your packets, there's also the land use letter, newsletter, their second one. I'll just put it up on the screen. I thought it was a nice thing to share. Again, they're doing a really nice job with it among their group, and they share it with all of the departments. So that's the color version.
It looks really nice.
Yeah, they've done a really good job, so. And they touch base on land use, permitting and enforcement, assessing, and other things in their group, so.
I like to say something, share it.
Yeah, she's, in the department head meetings, we were talking about that, because if the department heads are out in the community and they see something, make sure they say something, so.
Nice.
The health office, the appointments have been submitted, and Michael Lacasse has passed his certification already, so he, knock on wood, I've passed my background check, and I'm halfway through the certification to be the deputy, so. But Michael is doing inspections, he's doing a really good job, so. Wanted to bring up kudos for the May appreciation. There were 2 employees that celebrated anniversaries in May. Amy Clayman, the fire department, has been there for 13 years. And Rob Glassett from the fire department has been there 13 plus years.
It's 13 round 2.
Round two.
Which matches round 1.
So we've added that to the website, we've added it to Facebook pages, so it's out there for everyone. Seasonal employee, I've gotten 2 applications, can you believe it? I haven't shared them with Les yet, but I'm asking a question about would the board consider, with one of the resignations of the cemetery trustees, we have health issues for one of the other cemetery trustees who's not released to do work. So the concern is that the cemeteries are gonna have, not be able to be maintained. So I've talked with the chair of the cemetery trustees, and I've talked with Mark. Mark Screw is gonna do the first round and make sure the cemeteries are all set for Memorial Day.
Okay.
But I had a thought, and I'm putting it out here, and I think I talked to Les, because the seasonal employee is kind of under Les's group, so I didn't know if the board would approve at least once a month, this person would go do work at the cemeteries, June, July, and August. It gets us through the summer, and I don't know if that's what they want to do, but there are 2 applications, and I just wanted, before we did any interviews or changed anything, I wanted to make sure the board was on board with that.
What do they do exactly? So the library trustees do
Cemetery
maintenance,
trustees.
maintenance work there?
Yeah, they do.
Not at Homeland. We're talking
No.
about the town cemeteries.
The town
small-
cemeteries.
Small cemeteries.
Got it.
2 on
So
South
they keep the brush down, yeah.
And Mark's crew will keep Worthen,
Yeah.
because that's on the front strip here. They will keep Worthen clean and updated normally,
Yeah.
mowed and cleaned up, but the other cemeteries usually are done by the cemetery trustees. Mark's crew doesn't go back out again. So, this is a thought that I had for the seasonal employee to have at least the once a month even, to go out there and do anything. We're holding a workshop on repair, but because of Richard's health, they are going to postpone that workshop, so.
Yeah.
But
Okay. Anybody have any heartburn over that?
No?
All right, you have consensus on that?
All right, and I'll be in touch with you about what you want to do with the next steps for the 2. I only have this one right
So
now.
these are the 2 for kind of back.
Yes, that's the only one I have printed. The other one's in my email. But I figure we would get
So we
something.
should set up interviews, see what works with Mark too.
And then, all right, events, Katie's hosting a 21st Annual Regional Prevention Summit for 2023. It was in your emails. It's on May 26th from 8 to noon, and if you plan on attending, you're supposed to RSVP by May 19th. Also, wanted to remind you that you have a goal setting session for May 23rd from 12 to 4. Included with the invitation that I sent out to the board and the department heads was a goal setting document. The intent was to bring some ideas in advance, and so far all of the department heads are able to attend except one. So, and it will be, Primex will be moderating and running the event.
Can that department head send someone, or?
It's the library. They don't have enough staff to do that. And I also included the finance officer, the department, because he might have some input on both projects. I've also contacted EDC to let them know that we won't be meeting with them again until after the school setting session. My question though was, my thoughts are that we could have a half-hour work session in the first June meeting to discuss your priorities for them, and then have them come in the second half hour of the work session, if that works for you.
Okay.
Deeding, would you go, that was the only one. We had talked about the other property, and they've come in and paid all but $500. Rayma is working with them to make sure they know they have to pay the rest. So, and I don't have an answer on the campers yet.
Okay.
So, Breezeline I attached to let you know the costs that were going out to users, just in case anybody has any concerns. That's in your packets as well. It tells you what their services are changing to and their costs.
So we own a internet provider, but we use a Breezeline.
So we have 3 different internet, and we're trying to get them straightened out. We're paying for Breezeline Consolidated. We're not paying for Hub 66. So we are not through Hub 66 right now. We are paying for fiber through UNH and PSU. We're trying to figure out where the lines are, who's maintaining the lines. And we've agreed with the technology committee not to change from PSU this year because Hub 66 offered to take us at a lower rate, but we don't even, it's a mess.
Yeah.
We don't even know where some of apparently we have a firewall at PSU. They want to move the firewall here, and we're concerned about having all of it in this building. So we'll be back to talk to you probably by May 18th, because we also did not know that we were paying PSU for coverage on these lines. It was paid over a year and a half ago, and they extended it because the lines weren't completely done yet. So that's why we didn't know.
What happened with them working out of upstairs?
That's a good question.
That's a whole other issue.
Okay with you.
Yeah, we might
Well,
want to have a session about that again, because,
Yeah. We get together and talk with them a little while ago.
right, and they have,
It sounded,
I'll be honest, they have no intent to finish the upstairs right now. And looking at the lease, I'm not sure if we can hold them to that right now, so I will talk to the attorney again, but.
All right.
Oh, get me in the loop some other time on that.
Yeah.
I'll take up meeting time for that.
Sam's renewal, finally got in, it's renewed. Good news is, now I need to get my name on it. So there's a letter that I have created based off of a sample from the SAM's. So we need the SAM's number to be able to apply for any federal funding.
Okay.
You're raising your hand, do you need me to tell you more? So,
For the camera, just for the camera, I don't know what this is, so could you tell me, please?
so SAM's numbers are numbers that are issued by the government, to, that you have, any entity who wants to apply for any federal funding has to have. So it's called a unique,
Got it.
we call it SAMs, but some places call it a unique entity ID. We also have what's called a cage code. I don't know all about that just yet, but I'm getting there. Ours was expiring in May. We got ours extended. The PD's trying to work on getting theirs. And then the fire department's expiring in November. But in order to get the name changed over, you have to have a special letter signed by the select board that says you're officially the person,
The chair of.
the person who's the entity
Yeah.
And it has to be
administrator.
authorized.
Yes, so I can get it notarized tomorrow, I can take care of that part. But, I need to have the chair sign it tonight so that we can get this finished, so that it won't hold any problems up. The SAM's number is part of our EDA application. They just asked for an update and I'm like, it's still the same. But we finally got confirmation that it was approved, so.
Okay.
So if somebody wants to approve Sean to sign that,
It's like an EAN sort of,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
But
same,
for-
same.
they've changed the name so many times.
I thought it was Sam's Club when I first.
I know,
And then I'm like, wait a minute, why all?
with the little Uncle Sam hat on. Do you have a motion?
Daryl? You're gonna make a motion authorizing Sean Legue as chair to sign the entity administrator letter.
All right, I'll make a motion, Sean, you sign the entity administrator letter.
Second.
Any discussion?
No.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed, abstentions, great, 5-0.
Kate and I wanted to share something with you as well. We've talked about, we ended up continuing the contract with Winwood to do the video advertising. They're a professional firm. They've been paid a portion of the deposit back in 2021, but with everything that happened, they never did get to finish the videos. Kate's done a great job about getting them in here. The first group of videos, which, Kate, which one should when I get up here, will you tell me which one I should share? Some are different.
The one at the bottom that says interview in the title, I think it's at the bottom.
The winter tourism one,
Yeah.
These are
that one.
great.
yeah, I owe you because the link on it. So, I'll share
This
this
is on the
one.
town site?
There's no time of year in Bristol that it's not great to be outside.
The White Mountains are only 30 minutes away. If you're in shopping or golf, there's some good golf courses only 30 minutes away. There's two great universities, Post State University and Coley Sawyer, that are both 20 minutes away.
A lot of the skiing and hiking around here is a little bit smaller than the Whites, but you still get all the beautiful views. It's great, more family friendly than up in the White Mountains, a little less busy, which is really nice. If you like being outside, there's really no time of year that it's not awesome to be here.
That's cool.
Yeah, so that's the first group that we've gotten. Kate's working with them. We're gonna have a spring, summer, winter, fall.
Can't go? Do this to clear out stuff.
Oh, we've been happy.
Take your life in your hands when you couldn't
Go live.
open.
Is that just a random couple?
No, that did the video. Kate previously, some of the reasons that this didn't happen is because we couldn't get people to come in town residents or people in the area to come in and do, but Kate was able to work with them. So do you know, I don't know.
The skiers is my buddy Tyler, his girlfriend, and then up on Round Top snowshoeing is Joe and Melissa.
I thought that might be Joe and Melissa, yeah. So does your buddy live in town too?
And then
Yeah,
skipping
yeah,
rocks
yeah.
was Rick and Crystal.
Yeah, I
Like-
thought that was Rick and Crystal, huh? That's pretty cool.
So that's the first set of videos. We thought it would be nice to show you that.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
So you actually did the videos on the hill and everything?
Somebody else filmed all of that. So
Oh,
I just coordinated everything.
Yep.
Worked with the film crew and found people to be in it.
Nice, that's cool.
So we should have some more for you to see as we get closer in the spring and summer, and we should be finally closing the loop on those. And then we'll get them up onto the different web pages, and we will hopefully get them in rest areas. So
Oh, that'd be great.
Has a weird connotation.
I'm gonna skip the auditors. The plan's changed again a little bit, and I've talked to Jeff, and Jeff still has some concerns, so I'd rather work those concerns out with Jeff first before.
Okay.
We've got some time. It's 90 days from the date of the audit that they have to finalize their report, so we'll be back to you with that. Butter notification, the former pawn shop building did sell. Newfound Lake Investment Group, Rick Duba is one of the agents. They will be completing a minor site plan on May 10th, and the proposal includes renovating the structure to establish a coffee shop with a full-service kitchen and rental space for a commercial tenant. I've also just found out that they will also be having cocktails in the evenings. So that I will most likely have a liquor license letter at some point before you. I have a couple of things to add. Actually, all of this would be non-public. I am attending a Primex conference on May 15th, 16th, and 17th. I just wanted to let you know. I should plan to have the select board materials out on May 12th for your meeting. So knock on wood. Did also want to let you know we've used the engineering line for the to pay KV Partners for the work that they did to represent the town on the public safety building applications for the town and the process they had to go through.
Okay.
So we did use that line to pay him. That's not public. I was cleaning up some old stuff, and there was a item previously asked by Carol Brown. Yes, about somebody else had asked Carol Brown about if the Bristol police log would be coming back.
Oh, yeah.
I've talked to the chief, and they're not going to bring that back. Their new system prints info that must be redacted due to confidentiality. It's not an easy process for them to get something out to the newspaper, for one. Two, there have been some complaints in the past about the info being shared, and the department made a decision not to do this anymore. So I just wanted to follow up on that.
I'm agent.
Was that for a particular outlet or was that general?
Which?
The police department log?
It used to go in the newspaper.
So-
And Carol wanted it to, not Carol himself, but somebody asked Carol about it going back in the newspaper.
It's in the Sun.
It was on the
Yeah.
Well, I wrote.
It was in the Salmon Press too at one time.
Landing maybe.
Huh, that sounds a little weird. A lot of police departments still do it.
They do, some don't put any names in,
Yeah.
they'll just put how many arrests.
Well, if you look at, I mean, so the Daily Sun, Laconia, Belmont, and Guilford all do it. But, you know, if you look around, I don't never see Meredith included or Hilton or any of those.
Just-
I'm sure that
Plymouth goes in the
we
Salmon
told him
Press
to, he
used
could
to.
make it work in some way or another. It would cost us time. Right, it would cost. I'm not saying yes or no,
I
I'm
wonder what's the value of doing it?
just transparency. That's to let people know what's going on. To start the rumor mill.
But they don't get it. I understand what you mean, transparency in the newspaper, but they get the statistics in the town report. They're not getting it monthly,
Yeah, that's not the same.
But-
That's not the same.
so.
I was just passing it on, that's all.
I just wanted to follow up on it, because it hadn't.
There's not a new discussion, and internally, I can say that we've had discussion, previous boards have had discussions about not even just a blog, or do you even, not advertise, not the right word, say anything at all about, say needles found or anything like that, and I think it's, to say no because that might make your town look bad, it's kind of sticking your head in the sand. But on the week-to-week basis, do we need to know that 14 people were pulled over and 2 tickets were issued?
Let's call a spade a spade. People want to read names in the paper.
They do, and that's not,
They've been arrested.
yeah.
And there's innocent until proven guilty.
Right.
No, I mean, that is public information, but.
Well, one of the things that you also mentioned is they used to put assault arrests on Facebook, and one of the family members complained because they felt that they were being singled out. And it's either all or nothing. Well, you can't post every single arrest, but I can see you posting really big arrests, obviously.
So state police does it on Instagram.
They do.
They do, yeah. And Facebook.
And
yeah.
Facebook.
Yeah.
And Facebook, yeah.
I remember when that argument was made about we don't want to make the town look bad, and I remember disagreeing with that at the time, that it wasn't being honest. What are we hiding? Every community has been hit with these issues. That was more about the drug issues back then.
Well, I guess that's one of those things I've never really thought about, was who makes that decision,
Right.
whether that information is shared or not.
Well, I think at that time,
I don't think you have
we
to-
let the chief make the
Scott, I don't
decision.
think you have to sign that one, I think it was, excuse me, Les.
You have to sign that one, yes.
Yes? The second one.
Or Sean didn't
Sorry.
sign it.
Oh, Sean didn't have to sign it himself. Got it.
I'm not signing that one because that
Yes,
was
you have to
agent
sign
for
2
landowner.
pages.
Got it, sorry.
Oh, right.
Sorry,
I'll
Les,
pass it
you
back.
got
No, that's okay. No, I mean, I think in the past, we left it at the chief's discretion.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. I provided the department had some deadlines for
Well, that's me.
entering select items onto the select board agenda. There's gonna be some times where there's something that's gonna come in last minute, but I've told them I can't be preparing a meeting all the way up until 4 o'clock on Tuesday anymore. So they've been given some deadlines. We put it into we have a shared calendar for the department heads that put the deadlines in the calendar for them. And I said, if it comes in after this time frame, it won't go on the agenda. It won't go into the meeting, so.
That makes sense.
I forgot to ask when he was here, shoot. We've gotten the tower, the Hemp Hill Tower, got FAA approval finally. So, there was a miscommunication, I believe, at the time. We were told we didn't need to get it, and then someone else found out that we did in the
Didn't
application.
need to get what?
FAA approval for the tower, so it's done. I just wanted to make sure you're aware of that.
Do we use that tower for anything?
The Hemp Hill, the
Yeah.
Hemp Hill, yes,
Fire
that's our
safety.
communications tower for fire safety.
Police and fire department antennas are on it.
Is there another one in the area that we just don't use anymore?
So we used to have the one up on Manchester Mountain Road.
Okay,
Yeah, well, that used to be a fire
That's
department.
dismantled,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's been out of service for 20-something years.
We are gonna be sending 2, second in commands, highway foreman, water and sewer person, Jesse and Victor. They'll be going to the supervisor academy. We're trying to get them into the next round, which is in July.
good.
And then the other things are non-public.
I got that one.
All right,
That's it.
thank you. Selectmen items.
I have one quick thing, Christina and I discussed briefly the other day. Beach permits.
Yeah.
And the reason we ended up having this discussion, I went in to register my vehicle the other day and was specifically told that you could only have 2 beach permits. Which is something that, at some point, I was gonna bring that up, but it wasn't, the fact that, Christina actually mentioned it to me, that there's nothing in the ordinance that says you can only have 2 beach permits. And my personal opinion is that if you are paying to register a vehicle in the town, and we're a town registered, or a town resident, then you should be able to have a beach permit for any vehicle you have registered in the town. I mean, they have the registration numbers on it that can be cross-referenced by the attendants. You know, I know the concern was people were getting no beach permits.
And then you could bring all 10 of your vehicles at once.
Right. What's that?
You could bring all 10 of your vehicles to the beach at once.
Right.
If you're having a family, I'm being the devil's advocate here.
Yeah.
You have 10 beach permits for 10 vehicles at your house, and you have
Sure.
your family reunion, everybody comes down in a car.
I guess potentially you could do that.
I'm thinking of things people ask.
Beverly Hills ones.
Yeah, that's.
So I did mention to Rob that I have a list of things that we need to talk about. I think Graham brought him to one of the meetings in the past. And so I'm going to make a meeting between Deb, Raymond, and myself.
Okay.
And we're going to see what we come up with. It'll come before the board, and if we put the 2 in, it'll be up to the board whether they support the 2 or not at that point.
I think that's fair. I could have 3 in my house. My son lives with us, and we've got 2 cars.
Well, I mean,
We could have 3 very easily.
so personally, we have our 2 regular vehicles, and then we have a beater Jeep that we
Yeah.
drive back
Yeah.
and forth to the lake in the summer, so.
Yeah.
You know, it's not the end of the world, but I feel like, you know, I'm definitely not the only one in that position.
Yeah.
And if somebody has a summer vehicle, there's no reason they shouldn't be able to get a beach day for all of them. I mean, could you potentially say, oh, well, we'll go to the beach, let's take all 3 of our vehicles, trade out vehicles? Yeah, you could, but how,
There's another issue though,
what's that?
that people at the foot of the lake a lot of times, if they could get 10 permits, they'd have a house on the lake and they'd take 10 spaces just so there weren't people able to park at the beach. And that's something that was part of our consideration, I think, when we went to
Put
that.
a time limit in the
But
ordinance.
their vehicles,
And then who's gonna enforce it?
aren't registered unless their vehicles are registered in Bristol.
But they don't,
If you're
they
a
can't get
taxpayer, isn't it?
beach permits as taxpayers?
Yes,
When you,
yes, you can.
Not just taxpayers,
You can
residents.
get non-resident.
You can be a resident, you can't be a non-resident, you have to be a resident or a taxpayer.
Right.
Right, that's what I'm
Right,
saying, you can be a
taxpayer.
non-resident but a taxpayer.
Taxpayer, yes, yep.
But that limits you to 2. But if you're a resident and you have 3 vehicles registered in the town, then you could have 3.
So if you were a full-time resident of the town.
Yeah.
Or just say no overnight parking.
There is
They don't park overnight, they go out in the morning and
Yeah,
park.
overnight's not really an issue.
They'll go out and take those spaces in the morning.
back out of the driveway.
And
park
Deb
their
has
car.
worked with some of those people to make it better.
Yeah.
So why, if they're not parking there overnight, why are they taking them in the morning?
Because they don't want people using the beach in front of their places.
Or they're allowing their family,
Gives more space for their family to
Yeah.
come
To
park.
come and park.
Right, so they can
Right.
free up a spot out back and
Right.
they, yeah.
there will be, I will give you a heads up that we will be relocating the handicap parking spaces. A concern was raised that where they are located, you get out, one of them, you get out into stone wall.
Yeah.
So I given Mark the discretion
Yeah.
to put them where they should be, and then we've talked about putting the 2 together. And I said as long as they have room to be able to park their vehicles, so.
But what if we
that's a good
go to town meeting with a long 2-story parking garage that goes all the way down the road there?
with solid walls. Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, do you remember when a food truck was parked in front of one of them by accident?
Yeah. Yeah.
Does that,
Yeah, it's not a hill I'm gonna die on.
Right.
I just feel like, you know, I pay a good amount of taxes and I register multiple vehicles, I shouldn't have to I should be able to get 3.
The lake people could then argue that they pay triple
More
what
in
we pay in
taxes.
taxes,
Don't
and
get.
they're only getting,
Yeah.
so, I mean, I could argue it either way, so.
Yeah, I'll just park in the church parking lot.
We're gonna try to have the beach stuff back to you either by May 18th or the first June meeting, just because it's gotta be done before
Oh,
beach
yes.
season starts.
Yeah.
I did forget one thing, Realtor Give Back Day was today. They weren't able to do Avery Cross Beach because there was no beach. But Cummings, they did, Cave went out and took some pictures for us. They did, clean up, maybe not so much the beach, but the grassy area.
Yeah, the water's high.
The Mark went and, picked up the bags that they had done, bags that they had accumulated.
Yeah.
Wow, that's appreciated,
Yeah.
that's really nice.
Who did it?
It was Realtor Give Back Day, so Lorna Platts was involved. I'm not sure who else was there. We had some pictures taken, and Deb's gonna write a little article.
Yeah, last year they had, like 12 show up at Slim Baker and help finish, staying
Yeah.
building, and it was great. Yeah.
Did you, I don't think we resolved this, did you follow up on potentially moving the outhouse back to the middle of the beach
I haven't followed up on that, but
instead of all the way down?
I can tell you, I can't move it
I know.
unless it's 30 feet away from the water. 33 feet away from the water.
You can't
I
get
know
it.
that definitively.
Very specific.
It's
Not
very-
a special dispensation?
It can't,
Some kind of a special exception from SDES?
uh-huh.
Wow, right now it'd be.
Yeah.
Be on the grass.
I mean, during fireworks, we do put them there. We put them next to the sign, but do you want the porta potty next to your sign? That's the only stable place to put it unless you take up parking space.
We want it where it's easy to use for as many people as possible, I would say.
So I can look and see where there's a 30-foot space, but.
So we don't have one at the big catch this
We
year?
have one at the Big Cat. We will have one at the
It
Big
is there.
Catch.
It's
Yeah.
there.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
there, yeah.
They put them out in May, I believe, because,
Those are ours?
the Big Catch is ours.
Oh.
And the reason we put it there is because of the 33-foot, plus also we didn't want to take a parking space.
Right.
And the fireworks, we put an extra one there. We do put it in the middle and we put some further down, but yeah, that's ours. He's allowed it to be there all these years. It also saves for him, I think. because-
Sure, it keeps
Yeah.
people from going and using the bathroom.
Yeah.
So, but
He's
you're
got
right,
high
people
maintenance
don't
That's a
know.
long walk, that's a long walk.
Yeah.
It
So,
is. There's no question about it. Yeah.
okay,
Are we putting the one at the old Millstream lot under the no swimming sign again?
I have a picture of that.
Just swimming in the
I
toilet
took a
anyway.
picture of that years ago.
I took a picture of that, I kept that picture, I saved that picture.
Oh, I have it somewhere.
Probably when I posted it on Facebook.
All right. How are we doing with roads and flooding and water?
Mark, they've been busy, I do have a non-public item. Yeah, I do have one thing on non-public to talk to you about after, but, they've been really busy, they've been ditching, replacing, they've had a little bit of damage on Hall Road and Hamlock Brook. I have not heard of anything else, but they've been out straight, so.
Very good. You see, I just seen a lot of pictures and I haven't, just wanted to make sure. I haven't heard anything bad, so.
I've only had one
Yeah.
complaint, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But and then I had a follow-up conversation with someone that said they went up that Hall Road and that it was not good.
That's what I want to talk to you about non-public.
Yeah. All right. Carol?
So UNH was at the house today, apparently they come every year and do a barbecue, which I missed because I wasn't late, but.
I'm at the house, why are you each at your home?
And so the different groups that are kind of funded by UNH, but they're not UNH, came to do presentations. And I saw this, you guys probably know this, wait a minute. SBDC, hang on, it's on here somewhere. Small Business Development Center. So I said, oh, do you work with economic development councils in towns? And she said, yeah, we do that. I said, because we kind of could use maybe a little help. And she said, well, this woman over here has the Bristol area. So she gives me a card and she says, oh yeah, you worked with Nick, there's something about, there's a new coffee shop going in up there. So, do you know
The new
what this is?
Yeah, sort of.
Maybe they could help our EDC people?
The new coffee shop going up here.
That's all she
That's the
said.
one you mentioned.
That's the one I mentioned, which is the,
Yeah.
old pawn shop.
But I'm saying, could these people help us with our EDC work? I don't know, it seems like it's a
They could.
free thing.
Full of the lake, if that's open.
Maybe maybe that's when we talk about priority setting for the EDC, we talk about
Yeah.
this as well. I
So anyway.
can reach out to them too, because I do believe that it used to be Bridget, used to be the person that Nick worked with, I believe.
Obviously,
Was it Bridget
This
Bestworth or
woman said
Bridget?
she had worked with Nick.
So-
Yeah,
So,
that name sounds familiar.
maybe it'll give us a hand.
Great.
We're gonna go have a walkabout on the 20th, and we're gonna go down to the spring with the Conservation Commission to talk about your idea.
Great.
If you wanna come, 9 AM on the 20th.
May 20th?
Yeah.
Did you see my picture? I sent you on your phone?
No,
I was thinking.
Doing the ruck, but there may be time.
Yeah,
Oh,
oh,
yeah,
you're doing
same
the
thing.
rock?
Yeah.
I'm going to watch. I'm not participating.
The 20th. I did it the first year when it was around the whole lake. Then they made it shorter. I didn't do it last year.
Just made me.
So 25th, you said?
20th.
20th.
Yeah.
wrong, I don't have it, Christina, no.
Oh, so I wonder.
It's 22
where I sent
kilometers.
it to.
Benefit thing? or
Yeah,
just-
it's the, basically for social suicide, veteran
It's
suicide.
Hidden Battles Foundation.
Hidden battles, yeah.
They will be set up at Hebron, but they will be using Cummings Beach as a water station and a pickup drop-off. So they've gotten their permits already.
Great.
But they have music at the end of the event in Hebron too.
Nice.
I should make sure that we start announcing those in your meeting. So Hidden Battles is May 20th.
Yeah.
And it's a 22 for 22 full event. And then this Sunday, is it Sunday? There's a fashion show at the old town hall, hosted by Imagine. I've heard that your town clerk tax collector will be one of the models.
What time is it?
That's why I was trying to see if I might have to go to Facebook and look. Because
It's in the
I
Buzz.
just,
They should put.
it's in the
sign up.
buzz?
Alright, where? Oh, in the buzz. Of course
Of course it is.
Did you know, Bristol, is it in this one, Kate?
I think so, keep going. There it is.
There it is. So May 7th, from 1 to 3:30 PM at the historic Bristol Town Hall. There's their fashion show.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, for the day away program?
Yeah, all proceeds benefit the Day Away program, which is a social program for adults with Alzheimer's and provides support to their caregivers. So,
Yeah, is that program back up and running?
no, it won't be till next year.
Yeah.
They did say they had to, I think they're working on their funding and stuff, so.
That's a great program.
Yeah.
Yep, it sure is.
And then also, library 10th anniversary on May 18th,
Yeah, I saw that.
2 to 4.
2 to 4. Yeah.
Quick question about Buzz, Christina, do we share that on Facebook from the town page?
Which one?
The Bristol Buzz?
Yes, that's where I just went, oh, no, on Facebook, Kate does, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so it gets shared, like that link gets,
Yeah,
I
usually
just-
same morning it goes out.
my just personal perception is I don't see it a lot, and it'd be cool to see, just for that to be more visible.
Yeah, you're echoing what I've said a couple times the last year,
Yeah,
right? That
Yeah, it's.
we should
beautiful.
force more stuff out, I think,
yeah.
to.
We
So
also.
where on Facebook is it going?
I just do it as a post.
On the
right
town.
after I send the video out. So
On the town Bristol page.
if you're on Facebook on Friday when the newsletter comes out, it's there.
We also
Town of
started,
Bristol's Facebook page.
Yeah.
yes.
Thank you.
We also started using the Instagram account more. I've been posting, Kate's been posting, so we actually added people following it. So we're hoping to get that back up and running. I haven't been posting on Facebook. Kate's been doing that, thankfully.
Michelle, you put stuff out on the Bristol page once in a while, the town crier page. You put
Well,
stuff
no,
out for
no.
the town, right? Occasionally.
The town crier, no.
No, I haven't in a long time.
I don't know
Come
why
on and say something from time to time.
Yeah,
but-
For some reason, like the police department stuff, I always see popping up. And I never see the town stuff popping up.
You might have to change your
Probably,
settings.
yeah, if you're interacting with the police department's posts more often and Facebook's probably feeding them to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the algorithm.
Yeah, the algorithm.
Dun, dun, dun.
Just copy
Oh.
and then post that in your.
What's that?
Share it a couple times, you'll never not see it.
Oh, boy.
Well, I did actually share a couple, I think I shared the video that Kate had posted.
Nice.
I just lost it. Never mind, keep going.
Okay. Scott?
Planning board meeting went well last week. We have a new chair
And vice
and
chair.
a new vice chair,
Yeah.
so.
Who ended up being vice?
John Miller.
Yeah.
He went from alternate right to vice chair.
Yeah, right. Good. Yeah.
There were no, I don't think we had any approvals or anything to work on that night.
There was a
What was
workshop.
what was the application for on Lake Street, across from the hairdresser and,
Oh, I missed that.
Fleming?
That's Paul Fleming.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he came to conservation, so he went to
Oh,
planning
geez.
board first for a pay.
no, not Paul. Wasn't there one, like across from, Skip's old place?
Not that I recall. I don't recall
Oh.
approving an application.
Yes, there was a garage. Sorry, that was zoning board. There were 4 cases at the zoning board.
Oh, that
on
was zoning,
Tuesday.
sorry.
Yeah.
right.
I missed it.
They're building a garage that's gonna be 3 feet taller than the allowed accessory building height, so they, Del Woodward,
Yeah.
will be building the garage. It's personal use, not business.
Yeah.
He did a very, very good job on his application and his presentation,
Good.
so.
Good, yeah. Yeah, I was just curious if that was something business related or not, so it's good. Okay, good.
Yeah, I don't think there are any other updates.
There were no cases, that was their workshop. They're gonna start doing work on the master plan.
Yeah,
They
master
also
plan is-
picked their priorities for zoning amendments. I think that's it. I don't think I think that, they did do, I can't share it right now, but I'm gonna try to get it up. They did a video, which was, very well done. John Miller and Randall Kelly came in and did a video trying to promote the planning board and get people,
Oh, good.
to join. I'll email that out so you can take a look at it.
Yeah, they were working on it the other day when I was.
That's a good idea.
We're gonna try to do, we've got brochures, but they're not getting picked up, so we're gonna try to do the same thing for other communities, but.
All right.
Is there something going in out on 104 by Nyberg Road?
There was a lot of activity I noticed on the roadway.
I
today.
wonder if they had a
Trucks.
washout or something, because it looked like they tried to piece that road back together.
Oh, they're cutting out there.
Are they?
Yeah, oh yeah, it's like cleared out up behind.
Do we have a
Between,
tent up there?
Is there, is that where any of the lines go?
I don't think
Is it
it's.
behind Fox Meadow or?
It's, where Grant Woolsey's house is.
Yeah.
And then there's Nyberg Road. It's in
Right.
between Grant's house and Nyberg Road. They're clear, it looks like they cleared a lot of timber back there.
Whoops, where did I go?
I don't know if that's his property or,
Don't know.
it used to be,
It's not working very well. I didn't put that layer on. Why? What the heck?
Yeah, it's out behind, the Kinsellas used to live there years
Right,
ago.
yep.
Anywhere, it's not near Fox Meadow?
It's right near Nyberg Road.
Okay,
Yeah. Yeah, it's off the corner. It looks like they're accessing it between Nyberg Road and the entrance to,
good God, I could get up faster and probably
Fox
get us there.
Meadow.
There's Nyberg Road. It's up behind it?
Right now,
I can show you.
the little street up, go up.
This is Nyberg Road.
Yep, go up.
So it's going on in here.
Gilpat, oh, that's.
It's up, so that's the
So-
trail that burnt, so they're accessing
He
basically.
bought this.
Who did?
Who did? Gar,
Oh, Grant, yeah.
Grant,
Yeah.
yeah. But I have to ask if there's a timber intent. So, no, never mind, that's not the right title. He owns this, and he bought this now.
Which is where the fire was.
Yep, where the fire was, yep.
Yeah, okay.
I'll double check if there's a timber intent, if they've gotten any permits.
Okay. But it looked like a lot of traffic had come out of that Gilpatrick Road. But it also looked like Nyberg Road had
Yeah.
taken a beating as well.
I didn't even realize that was a main road.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah, neither.
private.
I didn't realize it had a K on it.
I think it's posted no trespassing on there.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Blocked it with vehicles.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would look like it was like something blocking it off for the past few years.
yeah.
Okay. Les?
The only thing I have is to let people know that opening day baseball is Saturday at Wells Field,
So chaos.
so it will be a little chaotic from 9 in the morning, or 8:30 in the morning until
It's not gonna
about
rain.
11, and then it will be easier to get to the dock.
Is it gonna
Okay,
stop?
I'll post a news item, so,
We did put it on Facebook, but
And we should also post no parking on the corner.
Yeah.
That people still. I'm assuming Chris
usually
will.
PD puts out a bunch of no
Usually,
parking signs.
Oh, up on the corner of Arizona.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, and Eversource.
Only
Right
before
field
trucks
corner.
park there.
Right.
Yeah, well, we've made it a little better because we do T-ball first as their own 6 teams, and then they leave and the next round
Yeah.
comes in, so
Yeah.
it's helped a little bit, but
Oh.
it'll be busy.
I saw our first round, by the way, CDS, congressional spending. You made it.
Yeah, we made it through the first.
For the first round, yeah. That's
Yeah.
exciting.
Yeah, that was exciting.
Oh,
We got
for
a
the
letter
building.
from Gene Shaheen's funding and that we had made it through the first round.
Nice.
So we got a letter, we are not on the first round groups, but that doesn't mean that we didn't get accepted yet. So,
For the trail?
for the trail, they said that there are some that were being rerouted to other
Yeah.
agencies, cause that's where they were better suited, so don't have a final definitive yay or nay yet, so.
Word is out, and probably my fault as well, but we did get a call from Verizon. They're
Oh, yes,
officially coming, they say by
the end of May,
end of May.
you
Nice.
saw that email, yeah.
Yeah.
So by
Post,
they're,
someone posted it.
yeah.
Yeah,
By the end of May, they're supposed to be on. If they can be sooner, they'll let me know. And if there are any problems, they will let me know. But knock on wood, Verizon
That's
should be
good.
live by the end of May, they're
people
saying.
will be so happy.
Speaking of towers, has anybody ever mentioned anything about the one out by the old power plant in Alexandria?
They were doing something with that, but.
So that is basically a repeater tower. That's as tall as it's gonna be, and
Doesn't look like there's any equipment.
there isn't currently,
Okay.
yeah.
I
I don't know why she's laughing.
No, I thought he was holding that one.
No, it's just, that was in the works for a while. I know that I know who owns that land. They subdivided it and sold it to that outfit, and yeah, they have that tower supposed to like bounce off of the Bristol one and ragged, and it's supposed to, the goal is all through that corridor.
That'd be nice.
Gonna lose my excuse that my work phone doesn't.
Right, yeah, Brett, I'm going through Danbury. Yeah, going through Alexandria, can't talk. Yeah. Okay. Yep.
Energy Committee, when we met with them, we set their guidelines, was that they were supposed to provide us with a list of what they're working on. I've received information that they're working, meeting next week, and that they're working on community power, but I don't, that hasn't come to the board, has it? You talked about community power before with
Well,
them?
they talked about their microgrid with us,
Is that,
their thoughts about the microgrid.
they did talk about microgrid, but with it, but community, is community power the microgrid?
I have no idea.
I don't either,
I
okay.
don't know what the difference is.
So I will, talk to the chair.
Okay. And I just lost something.
Me too. Kelly Park, the bathrooms are open, or the not open, they're not open.
Not yet.
The bathrooms are up and running, so we can use them.
Do it need to be cleaned?
It was taken care of,
Okay.
yes. So it appears somehow a door got opened, because it's been shut down all winter.
Yeah.
And that there was some use of the bathroom in a way that left a mess. But there's goals in that bathroom, so one, I don't know how people got into it, and two, Dan found a pile of clothes too in a corner, so I'm
Right,
wondering if
someone
someone
was
was staying in there.
Yeah.
And so it's been taken care of, and we've been asked to make sure that the doors get fixed in a way that can't happen again, so that nobody has to clean it up.
Okay.
We had to call the plumber.
So, yeah, so that's done, thankfully.
Those are never open unless there's an event there.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, in the summer, sometimes they forget to go down and lock them back up, but not this time of year. I mean, they got locked with the goals in them, and somebody's been going in since that I'm aware of.
Pick the lock or
Yeah,
kicked it in
sometimes.
something.
The doors might be time for a better setup.
Well,
Well, if that
New
building's
building.
coming out of there, so, in 20 years.
Yeah.
So
All right.
many exciting things.
Did you remember it?
No, I'm good. So you need a motion to go back into non-public
Yeah.
under 91A.
3-2-A-B and C.
Motion by Les.
Second.
Second by Rob.
very sorry.
Les, roll call vote.
Yes.
Scott,
Yes.
Carol, yes.
Sean, yes.